All right, video number 2. We did the quarterbacks earlier today. Now we're doing the wide receiver rankings. Wide receivers are up next. This is from June again, so this is the updated through 6 weeks. Those who didn't catch the video earlier, I'll link it in the comments. I'm going to link all of them together. This is going to be the series that I redo. I'm going to hurry and try to do it this week, and then we can do other stuff next week and preview the game and get going with other stuff. But I wanted to preview where everybody is so far. So I did this before the season. I based my wide receivers off 4 criteria: their yards, drop percentage, receiving percentage, and contested catch percentage. If you're not familiar with those, pause this for a second. Catch up on them. Basically, all of them sound exactly what they look like. So this was last year. This is 2023, where each team ranked. I'll take me off here for a second. I'll put me over the Packers, actually. Screw you, Packers. Vikings were number 1, Lions were number 2, Packers were number 3, and the Bears were number 4. So previewing this season, based off of 2023, the Bears added Keenan Allen, got Rome Odunze. I projected them at number 1. That was a little bit biased. I said that in the comments. We'll see how it turned out, though. But 2 top-tier receivers in DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. You can't dispute that that's 2 amazing receivers to be able to have on the team. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. Brandon Powell was projected to be number 3. That's changed. You'll see that in the video. And the same with the Lions. Khalif Raymond was anticipated to be their number 2 or number 3. That's changed. It's Tim Patrick now. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4 was how we kind of projected that. Let's just jump right into it. These are supposed to be quick hitting, a little bit faster, and I'll show you how things rank. And this is where we stand. Let me move this up to there. I'm moving all over the board here, guys. I'm moving all over the board. All right, so number 1, contested catch percentage. You see the rankings there. Now I'm going to go into explanation of it. Contested catch percentage, which is exactly what it sounds like. In catches that are contestable, how many they come away with. The Bears clear, far and away, are number 1 in the division in this so far. 60% for DJ Moore, 80% for Keenan Allen, 50% for Rome Odunze. Why is this important? Because when you're playing tough defenses like the Bears secondary, when you're playing tough defenses that are going to be able to have opportunities to get those contested catches or turn it into an interception, your guys need to come away with the contested catches. That's just plain and simple what it is. Justin Jefferson, 28.6. Jalen Naylor, very limited. So this is taken. I'll show you real quick. So here's my rankings and my basis on it. You see the targets. So look there. In the middle, Jalen Naylor only has 11 targets. So it's based off targets as well. I know this is not the stuff everybody likes to see, but this is the nerdy analytical stuff to show you guys how I break it down so I'm not biased, but then give a grade on each team. So there it is for you. We'll go back to the actual stats of these guys. This is more what most people want to see is the actual stats here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 45.5. Jameson Williams, 33.3. Tim Patrick, 50. So those are good. Jaden Reed, 85.7, the best in the division so far. Receiving percentage out of each time the ball is thrown to this receiver. How many times did they come away with the catch? DJ Moore, Keenan Allen looking really good. I mean, if the quarterback's completion percentage is around 68 to 70%, that's fantastic. So this is looking really good. Rome Odunze, rookie, you can understand some of that. It's okay. Justin Jefferson having a little bit of a slower start to the year, but it is a long year, so you don't kill everybody over one thing. So receiving percentage, just like what it sounds like. Drop percentage is a big thing to me. I've expressed that in a lot of my videos. If your receiver drops the ball, it kills drives, kills opportunities. So I do not like drops. And look down at the Packers. That's the one thing that's killing them so far this year. 12 point now. I bash on Jordan Love a lot. And Packers fans use this as a basis to say, well, his receivers drop it a lot. Well, if you don't put it into the numbers and you're having them, and sometimes they're going to drop those that are harder to catch than they need to be. So part of this is on the quarterback throwing the ball to them. If the quarterback isn't completely accurate, if he's not right where he should be with the ball, sometimes they get drops when it's a great receiver. The Packers have good receivers that aren't having a fair opportunity to catch the ball. So we're going purely off the stats here, so that we're not blaming Jordan Love on here, but we're saying there could be basis for some of these things. You look across the board, though, and the Lions are clearly the best so far, especially Amon-Ra St. Brown getting the most targets on that team. You see he gets 42 targets, Jameson Williams 28 targets, and then you come back and you see Amon-Ra St. Brown has 0 drops for the year. So that's what you really want. I always say I want it right around 5 or below. As you get to 7.5, it's an area you don't want it to be in. 10 and above is where you don't want it at all. You can understand some in between there, but below 5 is really good. So DJ Moore looking really good. Keenan Allen, acceptable. Rome Odunze, acceptable. but you'd like to see those come down a little bit as the season goes along, as they've gotten used to each other, as Caleb's gotten used to these guys. You want to see that. And yards to the far right is the last thing. Yards are obviously important, but they're not as important to me. They do carry weight, so they're graded, but it's not as important as the drops and the receptions and the contested catches. So all those things carry a little bit more weight. So if you look at the logo of each team, there's the ranking beside them. The Bears are second so far in my rankings. And then their grade below it, you can see the Bears are just below the line. So it's fairly close between the two. And the Vikings are right there. And really, I just attribute that to Justin Jefferson. He's just having a little bit of a down year. His yards are up, but his ability as a receiver is just a little bit off, and that could be getting used to Sam Darnold. So same thing. We're early in the year. This doesn't mean everything. We're 6 weeks in. Let's check this again at the mini bye, which is the next time I'm going to do this. 1/3 of the way through the season now, 1/3 of the way through the season at the mini bye, and then at the end of the season. So I'll do this again. But 32.3, and then the Packers well below everybody. Mostly, that drop percentage is killing them. Those drops are bad. So that's bad. And then receiving percentage, Dontavian Wicks is just off this year, but he's their third most targeted receiver, so he's still on there. But they have Christian Watson. They have some depth there, but these top three, the three targets, are what I put in my grading. So let me know what you guys think about this. Is this fair? Is this where they should be? I try to do it without favoritism. I do it according to my grading scale, and I don't change it. And it came out the way it did. So I think the Bears have the most talented overall top three, but they're not ranked number one so far through 6 games. But I'm not shocked at that either with a rookie quarterback. So I'll have the next one. I'm going to move to the defensive side, defensive end, defensive tackle tomorrow. So until then, dabears.